S.S.T College of Arts and Commerce. Welcome you for this live session on careers in securities market. First and foremost, I would like to thank our founder principal, Dr. J.C. Purswani, and IQSC coordinator, Dr. Khushbu Purswani, for always encouraging us to take up initiatives for empowering our students. The Students Management Council and the Lakshya Placement Cell have always taken initiatives and steps for increasing the knowledge of our students in various sectors. And in this effort, today, we have taken this initiative of arranging a live session on careers in securities market. And to guide us, we have with us Mr. Aamir Sayyad, who is the Business Development Officer with NISM. Sir has done his graduation in Information Technology and his post-graduation in Marketing Management. And Sir has been working with NISM for the last 4 to 5 years. Sir, welcome you to this live session, and I hand over the session to you to guide our students on careers in security markets. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Padma ma'am, for the lovely introduction. So, a very warm welcome and very good afternoon to all the candidates who are present over here and joined the seminar, who are keen interest or who have shown the keen interest for the careers in securities markets. As you are aware, security markets is a current booming sector right now. So as far as your college name is concerned, so you are comprising of arts and commerce students. So majority of the commerce students as well as the art students are keen or showing the interest to the security market or the share market. Some of them might be investing in some stocks also, but how to go ahead, how to evaluate the stocks, how to actually value your money when in terms of investment. So what kind of consideration you should take care. Also, what kind of profiles are available in the market in case you want to choose it as a career. Because nowadays people only go for like a plain MBA, plain marketing MBA, plain graduation. Apart from this, we are not looking for other sector which are currently booming. So we should look after, or will be today will be touch basing what kind of profiles are available in the market with respect to this domain, and what should be done in case you are showing interest with respect to the core subject of the security market, which is a crux of a financial market, you can say. So let me just give me a moment to share my PPT.
Sir, I would also request you to tell something about NISM to the students, so that they are also aware of what NISM does and how it is an important part for the securities market.
Sure, ma'am. I'll just brief about the NISM, then we can go ahead with the presentation.
Yes, sir. Thank
you. Yes. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. It's perfectly visible, sir. So please put it on full screen.
Yes, ma'am. Perfect now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once again, a very warm welcome. My name is Aamir. As Padma ma'am has already introduced myself, I'm working with NISM since last 4 years and a business development officer. So I'm taking care of the majority branding and marketing activities with respect to NISM and its courses. So let me tell you about NISM, what NISM is, NISM, what kind of dealing they are doing right now in the market. NISM is an institute which are education initiative by SEBI, which is Security and Exchange Board of India, a market regulator in security markets. You all must have heard the SEBI name. You must have already heard about NISM as well, but what NISM is actually doing in the market, let me introduce the brief about the same. So as initiative set up by SEBI, so we are about to form an institute in the during the finances, during the budget speech, finance minister has suggested there should be a unique entity or unique institute that more or less taken care of the security markets domain, so that our youth or the generation which is not much aware about this kind of domain, so they should be aware, and there should be a teaching pedagogy with respect to this kind of courses. So after that speech, this NISM has came into picture which is already formed by SEBI. So NISM came into picture in 2006 after the budget speech has been declared. Then we have started with our various examinations and the various courses. So today we'll be taking the flow of the same, what NISM is dealing, what majorly security markets means, what kind of profiles they are offering in the market, then how anybody, any students who is interested to apply for such kind of profile, how they can enroll or how they can get involved in such kind of profiles. So let me start with our tagline. Our tagline says get professional security markets. So NISM majorly builds up the capacity. We are doing capacity building activities at various levels. So we are doing a programs ranging for the students to the faculties to the persons who are into recently recruited in the RBI, IRS officers. We used to train such kind of candidates with respect to security markets so that there is capacity building in between the youth. So today we'll be discussing what kind of careers available in the security markets domain. So before discussing the careers, let me brief you about the securities. Many people are not aware about what are the securities means. Only security means not oh salam sabji wala security kabhi nahi hota. So there are other mode of the securities like tradable financial assets. So your nomenclature suggests. So we call it as a security. So in case we are cutting it or reading it from backwards, so asset, and we are breaking in three parts: asset, financial, and tradable. So what are the assets? Assets means the things or the belongings you have. Like you are having your own house, you're having your own bike, your own mobile. So these are the assets which you do have. Now, what are the financial assets then? So financial assets are comprising of like stocks, bonds, which are easily liquefied in terms of monetary purpose. Now, tradable financial assets. So here the security stands for those assets or the financial assets which can easily liquefy in terms of monetary benefits. So securities come into picture like you must have heard the examples of bonds, shares, debentures, stocks, then your loan purpose. These are the kind of securities where you'll be getting or regenerating the profit based on the transaction you are taking in the current scenarios. So, as per the nomenclature comprising of, there can be four major bifurcation of the securities, which are majorly debt securities, equity shares, derivatives, and mutual funds. Now, I'll just tell you a brief liner about each securities, so what they are dealing with. So, debt securities are also called as fixed income securities because, for example, if you are taking a bank loan, so there the interest rate as initially decided by the bank, and that is fixed throughout the transactions. If until unless I'm repaying the loan to the bank, then the interest rate should be fixed till the transaction is going to happen. So, in the layman language, I just put you an example in front of you. Debt security. For example, I want to set up a plant. For that, I required 1,000 crores of the investment, but I only having 800 crores. So for 200 crores, I should look after any investors who can provide me a loan kind of thing so that my plan should be set up. So either I can go for the bank loan, but nowadays the interest rates are very high, so that we should look after other options. So in that term, securities came into pictures. So these are debt securities. Now what is equity shares? Equity shares they majorly dealing with the stock holding or the sharing profit with respect to a company. For example, out of 1,000 crores of Reliance shares, in case you are having a 10 shares with you, so you are having a equally rights of that company or equal shares of that company, and you have the rights to raise any issue with respect to the management. Third is derivatives. In the broader terms, derivatives can be defined as one or more underlying assets or the derived value from one another. For example, I already cleared this example of setting of the plan. In case I want to form up a plant which is comprising of the final product as a tablet as in the medicines. But that medicines is formed by many of the raw material which can I have to purchase from the outside. So in these terms, how derivatives come into picture? Because derivatives majorly categorize that one or more underlying assets values dependent on each other. So my final product is dependent on the raw material. In case in near future the prices of the raw material are getting fluctuated. On the same basis of that, my final product value also gets affected. So suppose I am manufacturing the tablet today at a cost of 15 per tablet per tablet, and that is comprising of some raw material which I am procuring from outside and considering the profit into picture. So I just brought that raw material to the 12 rupees and all the costing include and the final product is 15 rupees. But in case of certain scenarios, the raw material price get 13 to 15 or 16. So accordingly, my final product price also get deviated. Four securities are mutual funds. You must have heard the tagline and mutual funds are subject to market risk. Please read the clear document clearly and all the things. So out of each securities, mutual funds can be stated as the safest securities to be get it involved or getting invested. How? Mutual funds are providing us leverage or the feasibility to invest in various baskets. Let me tell you one example. In case I'm having a capital of 10,000 and I want to invest somewhere. So out of that 10,000, in case all the money or the 10,000 I'm investing in Reliance, and down the lines, some months, you just come to know Reliance as bankrupt or Reliance डूब गया. So what will happen? आपका जो the money which you have involved, you have invested the 10,000, totally will get lost. So mutual fund provide a leverage to invest in various baskets. For example, I will invest 2,500 in HUL, 2,500 in other company, and 5,000 Reliance, so that in near future, any one of the companies get bankrupted or getting the losses, so that uh, that cannot hamper your total loss. At least you have a backup with another companies. So mutual fund provide us this kind of visibility to invest in various shares or various baskets so that our risk can be minimized. So these are the four securities in the market which are majorly categorized. Now we have deal with securities. Then what is the security market then? So in case you want to buy fish, you should go fish market. You want to go buy groceries, you can go grocery shop. You want to buy some certain stuff. So there are certain markets available. Same with the securities also. So in the layman language, it can be stated as a physical or virtual place where suppliers and users or financial resources gather and exchange funds and security. So it's a platform, a kind of thing, a platform where transaction is going to happen between investor and a seller or the buyer and seller in terms of financial resources like stocks, loans, transactions, debentures are getting happen in certain kind of platforms. So where security markets came into picture. So on the basis of demand and supply, there is a transaction getting happen between two parties. One is investor, one is a buyer. So in that terms, a platform needs to be formed. A platform is needed so that the transaction needs to be happen. So in that term, security markets come into picture. Now, what is the role of security markets? It stated that effective allocation of financial capital to generate productive investment. So it can be stated as those are having a ample of capitals. They want to invest in certain kind of they want to invest in certain kind of things. So there is a security markets came into picture. Those who are having money, ample of money, they can invest in certain things so that the profit can be maximized. For example, मेरे पास 10,000 का capital है. I keep it with myself only. वो तो कभी duplicate होगा नहीं या फिर ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा नहीं. So in that terms, what we can do, we can make a FD, we can keep it in the bank so that the interest rate can be given to by the bank, and we'll have certain kind of profit. So security markets the major role of the security market over here is the same. So efficient allocation of the financial capital, those who are having it and those who need it, the transaction is getting happen between these two parties so that the investment should be productive or profitable in terms of both the parties. Now, who are the factors or what are the overview of security markets or who are the people are involved in the gamut of security markets? So at the top most, there are regulators. So you must have read, you heard the name of PFRDA, SEBI, IRDA. These are the regulators. But in terms of security market, SEBI is the whole and soul regulator for the same, which are dealing with security markets. So under this regulator, there are three I's. We call it three I's. One is issuers, second is investor, and third is institutions and intermediaries. Issuers and investors are self-explanatory. For example, issuers are those who are selling their product, and investors are those who are buying their products by investing their money. To get it connected or the liaison for this kind of two entities, issuers and investors, there should be a third party or middleman should act over there. So there is an institution and intermediary, it came into picture. So what kind of institutions or intermediaries are involved? And we'll be seeing next that what kind of job profiles are available on the basis of this kind of intermediaries in the market, which are highly paid nowadays. So there are some listed few intermediaries in the market, like stockbrokers are there, sub-brokers are there, custodians. Custodians are those like which are safeguarding our shares. Share transfer agents who are who are doing a bookkeeping kind of job to register your shares. Then merchant bankers, portfolio managers who are managing the portfolios. Then underwriters, depository participants, clearing and trading corporation. These are the intermediaries involved in the market. These are the few listed out there. There are many. So this can be, so there are many interviews available in the market, which will be providing a fruitful job for the candidates who are taking a keen interest for such kind of entities. This is a statistical representation of overview of security markets, which are the number of participants, which are the entities involved in this. So there are currently 8 stock exchanges which are active in the Indian security markets, like BSE and NSE are the major stock exchanges. Apart from this, Kolkata Stock Exchange is there, which is active. ICX and then National Stock Exchange is there. Kolkata is there. Commodity Exchange is there. Indian Commodity Exchange is there. These are some 8 stock exchanges which are currently active. Now depositories. There, what are the depositories? First story about share what kind of say a IT hub or IT platform is needed to store your shares. So depositories are those who are providing IT infrastructure to store your shares. So there are majorly 2 depositories available in the market. One is CDSL and second is NSDL. The major difference between is CDSL majorly deals with the BS and NSDL majorly deals with the NSE listed companies. There are 44 mutual funds houses available in the market. 4,700 plus stockbrokers are available in the market. There are more than 1336 investment advisors. There are some statistical representation of the current intermediaries available in the market. So you must be knowing how the market is growing, how this sector is grooming, how sector is booming, and how manpower is needed for this kind of sector, so that the candidates who are looking for not a regular kind of job, so they can opt for such kind of profiles which are available in the market. Now, on the basis of this trend or this categorization, what kind of profile the market is offering to the candidates, and based on there are some certain personality traits, certain features of the candidate which are inbuilt in them. Based on that, you can choose your career. So in case you are a creative, social energetic, you like to interact with the people. So मुझे बात करना अच्छा लगता है कैंडिडेट से, मुझे थर्ड पार्टी से बात करना अच्छा लगता है, so that I am having that much of capability so that I can convince the person who are sitting in front of me. So these kind of profiles are very much suitable for the candidates. Like first is relationship manager, business development manager, mutual fund distributor, and stockbroker. These are standalone entities. Mutual fund distributor and stockbrokers can start their own business, own venture, or they can work also with any companies also. The major difference between relationship manager and business development manager over here is relationship manager can directly deal with the end users, where business development manager there should be a intermediary or maybe a third party is involved. They are not directly dealing with end user. So, for example, in layman terms, in case you can go take example of uh, brokers. In case you want to buy a house or rent a property, so you can go look for the brokers who are dealing with such kind of business. So here also to deal with security markets in the current gamut, these kind of profiles are available in the market. Now the second personality trait based on the person is analytical, deep thinking, logical. You don't want to interact with people, but just to sit and do your analytical job, we can say computational job. So research analyst, investment advisor, fund manager, these kind of profiles are available in the market. So you can go for this kind of thing like investment advisor. दूसरे को advise करने का how they are going to invest their own money, and I am advising them कि how they can utilize their money. So उसका भी पैसा मिले. So that's investment advisor to the advisory kind of thing. So they can be they can form their own ventures as an advisory firm, or they can be tie up with any other company so that they can have many more clients in their basket. Third personality trait is in case any digital you are digital and conservative, meticulous. You don't want to be interactive with interactive with the people or the third party. Then in case you want to be sit back and just do just do a back office kind of job. So these kind of profiles are suitable for the candidate, like back office manager, investment grievance, and compliance officer. Out of these kind of profiles, compliance officer has a major weightage over here because there are certain rules and regulation needs to be followed, which are set by SEBI, and compliance officer is taking care of the same in case any compliance officer is a company. So compliance officer just make sure the SEBI has started some regulations that should be followed by the company, and that can be taken care by the compliance. Now we have seen the profile, which are the profiles available in the market. Then what kind of roles in case a personality traits can be bifurcated. So the amalgamation of the same, like a person having outspoken, and he or she want to enter into the mutual fund market. So this connection should be happen. So for that comes the how you can pursue such kind of profiles or what such kind of career in the security market, and then NISM come into picture. So as I already initially said during the budget speech, our finance minister has told that there should be an entity which can taught the youngsters or taught the market participant about the Indian security markets, Indian financial markets. So NISM come to picture. NISM majorly categorized into but various verticals or vertical domains like academics, training, certification examination, and e-learning. So today, as far as the career focus is concerned, we'll be discussing two domains. One is certification, second one is academics. Certifications, we have certain kind of mandatory certification which are set by SEBI. So what is the benefits of this kind of certification? They're like currency derivatives, equity derivatives, IRD, mutual funds. These are some listed certification examination which are set by SEBI. So why it is important to give such kind of examination? Nowadays, SEBI has told all the bank employees to clear such kind of examination so that their promotion will be taking care on the basis of this examination, or else their stake in the company or their staying in the company will be decided on the clearance of this kind of examination. Nowadays, banks have made mandatory for their employees to clear such kind of examination. Apart from this, various financial institutions also, like you must have heard the names of Sher Khan, Motilal Oswal, this kind of mutual fund, this kind of stockbroker firms. are having such kind of candidates who are clear such kind of examinations. So right now, NISM is having 31 certificate examination of various functions. There are some listed 31 examinations as set by SEBI, and out of which 15 are mandated by SEBI. Till date, more than 50 lakh individuals, like as I told, students, career aspirants, market enthusiasts, practitioners, bankers, have certified this kind of with this NISM examinations. These are some basic examinations. For example, as far as your profile is concerned, you are in the UG now. So this kind of certain basic examination, I just recommend you to go, and I just recommend you to prefer, so that you, in case after graduation you want to start with your own venture, you can also eligible to start, or else you want to take a experience of how industry works. So you can enter into any stockbroking firms by clearing such kind of examination. So the segregation like this, in case you want to go into brokerage firms like Motilal Oswal and all, so you should have clearance of equity derivatives, currency derivatives, SORA examination that should be clear. In case you want to be enter into mutual fund industry, so mutual fund investment advisor, research analyst, these are the domains. Then in with respect to the advisory, investment advisor level 1 and level 2 should be clear. Know why NISM certificate exam should be preferred, or shall any candidate should give this kind of examination. So as already told, it is regulatory mandate, means the examination are set by SEBI only. The curriculum is authentic, practically contemporary. We are highlighting this point because every year the amendments and regulations getting changed. So on the basis of that, the every year curriculum get advanced and up to dated, so that people, in case you are going to do examination this moment, you should be aware about the current scenario, what is happening in the current market of the security. Now, career enhancement, it will value add to your CV. Once you clear the examination, you have rights to say many examinations clear here, and people are ready to take you up for the job profile. The recognition is nationwide. Then it's a self-study MCQ examination, and the fees are ranging from 1,500 to 3,500 depending on the examination. Self-study examination, self-study MCQ based question, as I told. Self-study, as in, for example, you want to enroll for mutual fund distributor examination level 5th A. So today I am having the curriculum in front of me. I just gone through the curriculum, and I find it useful for the near future. So I just have to visit a certificate portal of NISM. Then I have to give the select the time, date, and slot of the respective examination. People usually keep a buffering time of 15 to 20 days to study such kind of examinations. So once you enroll, the study material, the soft copy of study material will come to you. You just have to study, and on the stipulated date which are selected for the examination, you have to attend the examination. Now, there are two ways to attend the examination. Right now, during COVID, we have started the remote proctor-based examination. Earlier, we used to conduct the physical examination. So there are various test centers available in Mumbai as well. So you can go and give the examination physically, or else where you can give the examination from your respective places as well by remote proctor. Just some system configuration needs to be done, and you're good to go. Now, how the certification get renewed? The certificate is not valid lifelong. You have to keep it renewed every 3 years. Why? Because, as already told, the amendments, regulations, rules, and the laws getting changes every year. So accordingly, the curriculum of the same examination getting updated. Because of this, people should be aware what kind of addendum are presently valid in the current scenario. For that, the examination should be getting renewed after 3 years. Also, for this, there are two mechanisms to give the renewal of the examination. Either you can re-exam, you can appear for the re-exam by giving the physical examination or remote proctor based. Second way, you can attend the CPA training, which is continuing professional education. So this is the one-day training where you have to attend the training, and at the end of the day, your certificate is renewed. So this gamut will use for the certification examination, and that can help the candidate to keep you updated with respect to the current market trends with respect to security markets. Now, this is some numerical representation of the centers. Like we have more than 200 test centers across the country. So nearby for Mumbai candidates, there are 3 to 4 test centers. Like one is Vashi, one is in uh, S.S.T, one is in you can say Kandivali. So you can give the examination from the respective location, or else there is option to give the examination remote proctor also. So this we have discussed regarding the certification examination, which was one major domain of the NISM. Now, second vertical of the NISM is academics. So, as far as academics is concerned, we do have a school called as Security Education School for Security Education, that is S.S.T. Under these schools, we are running certain kind of examination or certain kinds of academic programs which are useful for the candidates who are keen to keen to enter into security markets domain. So there are some we are categorize our academics into certain kind of programs which are full time and part time. So I'll just brief you about what kind of program we are providing right now, and the admissions are going on for the certain programs. So first is postgraduate program in Cert Management Security Market, it's PGDMSM. So those candidates who are listening to me right now and those who are in the final year, so they can go for this kind of course in case they are interested for security markets domain. So this will be a 2 years full-time residential program, which is equivalent to MBA and AICT approved. Why equivalent to MBA? Because it's a PG diploma. As per the AICT technical education concern, we should name it as a PG diploma. As per the university concern, we call it the MBA. So it is equivalent to MBA only. Just a major difference here is it is with AICT and with respect to a niche program called as security market. The enrollment criteria for the application for this program is you must have completed graduation and you must have gone through any, you have cleared any national state entrance exam like CAT, MAT, ZAT, ATMA, MSCT for this current academic year, and you are good to go for the application. Once you get shortlisted based on your academic profile, we will be calling for the interview. Once you get shortlisted on the basis of interview, the offer letter will be getting distributed to you to take the admission. Second academic program is LLM in Investment and Securities Law. This is in collaboration with Mumbai University, National Law University. So this is a 1 year full-time residential program as well. So those are having a law background, LLB or any kind of professional law degree, or interest to learn a LLM degree with respect to this kind of specialization, they can enroll. The same criteria as this graduation with law degree, and the entrance exam will be taken care by NISM. And in case you clear both the examination and the interview, you are good to take the admission. Third is postgraduate certificate in security market. This is also 1 year full-time residential program. Fourth one is this is newly launched certificate program in commodity warehouse management. Those who are into warehousing industry or agricultural business, so this kind of profile, this kind of programs are useful for them. Like this will be a 6 month residential program, which is bifurcated into 2 domains. Like 3 months, so 3 months can be training in the campus, and 3 months will be the internship where we will be providing to the candidate. Now, this is with respect to the full-time program. We do have a part-time program as well. So you just want to do a job post completion of the graduation, but certain courses you want to learn. So how to cope up with that? Monday to Friday you will be working, or Monday to Saturday. So this kind of program will help you out for the career enhancement. So because this will be a weekend program and the program will be conducted on Saturday, Sunday basis. So without hampering your current job and the job profile, you can go for such kind of programs. Like there is a postgraduate certificate management data science financial markets. Those candidates who are from IT background or certain kind of technical background. So this kind of program they can prefer. This will be a 14-month weekend program. Saturday, Sunday classes will be there, and the classes will be conducted at our Bandra Kurla complex premises in Mumbai. Last program is postgraduate programming portfolio management investment advisory research analyst. This is the program which I last year only launched. As per the SEBI regulation and SEBI amendments, we have 15 months weekend program, and we'll be running on a hybrid model. So those can attend the classes at BKC, they can attend, or else the same classes will be getting there virtually. for those who are not able to attend the physical class. What is specialization for this kind of program is this. Okay, we will be getting a glimpse or the thorough knowledge of the security market industry, how the industry works, how the financial market is getting day by day enhanced and day by day with respect to all the financial regulations which are absolutely run by various regulators. So these kind of profiles, this kind of job, sorry, this kind of courses, this kind of certifications, you will be helpful for you so that you can take it ahead and with respect to security markets, you can go ahead with the pursuing, you can look after pursuing this career into such domains. So these are the some past recruiters of our PGDMSN program, like Asit Mehta, then ICICI Bank, ICICI Bank, then Angel Broking, ICICI Securities. Right now, various students have been placed in ICICI Securities with package of 13.5 lakhs, which is the highest package till now candidates is getting. Now, JP Morgan, UTI, these are the listed recruiters of ours, and thereby periodically they are taking students from NISM. Apart from this, in case you want to win exciting prizes and the thing is that under the auspices of 75 years of independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is getting celebrated. So those candidates or those college participants who want to learn about security market, and they want to learn as well as earn with this kind of you can say this kind of quiz competition. So there are under this program, under this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we will be running a nationwide financial market quiz and essay competition, where a student or the Indian participant can register him or herself with the quiz as well as essay competition. The criteria for the quiz is you can register yourself as an individual, or else a college or a faculty can register a bulk of students so that they can take up the quiz within 10 days, where once the link is sent to them. And in case a candidate can shortlisted for the basis of national round, they can be headed to regional round. They can be shortlisted for the national round, and they'll be winning an exciting prizes of more than 1 lakh. And the final ceremony will be getting conducted at the 15th, 16th August at our campus, Patal. So just have to go to the link called quiz.nism.ac.in, enroll yourself, attend the quiz. You never know, you'll be selected for the national round as well. So that will help to enhance the knowledge as well. ये quiz करने के time पे आपको पता चलेगा कि what kind of entities, what kind of questionnaires, what kind of you can say what kind of activities are involved in such certain kind of domain, which will help you out in near future, so that so that you can be able to manage at least your own finances without consulting anyone, without paying to anyone. At least you learn how to manage your finances. That will also a self learning for you, and that will be helpful for you in near future to manage your finances. So here I'm just ending my presentation. Thanks for listening to me. I just want to go through a brief video which you have made to our campus, and that can help you out to learn and check out which are the facilities we are providing right now. So let me give a moment to share my screen.
Hello, sir. Thank you for giving such a valuable information related to National Institute of Security Market. And I'm feeling very much proud and delighted that NISM had invited us 2 years back when we had that particular session.
Yes, we wish
and
to
sir,
conduct a visit and NISM program with you.
yeah, sir, we were lucky that 2 years consecutively we had participated, and some students from our college had
Yes,
successfully cleared that particular course, that particular program which was there. So after Corona, this particular batch, the students are much more delighted. The session, whatever I had heard, that particular course related to how to develop their skill, many students are also interested to undergo this course because a few weeks back we had visited to National Stock Exchange of India,
okay,
and they had also asked us that this particular courses, so if you do it from NISM, that would be more better for pursuing their career. Anil Jawarani and Purvash had informed us, and when we visited to Securities and Exchange Board of India 2 years back in 1920, they had directed us. That to pursue the course if they want to get a better job in this particular security market.
yes,
So, sir, since the students are new into this particular market related to the job profile, some questions are being raised, the basic questions, and I think we have covered up each and every aspects. So, related to the questions sound, there is no more questions from our side because in the third and fourth slide and the 15th slide, we had covered up each and every questions which was raised by the students.
okay.
So, sir, Aamir sir, I give my regards to Lata ma'am. If she's there in this organization as
Yes,
a
yes,
team.
she is there. She will be taking, in case where we are going to start a visit and NISM program very soon because of
Yes,
the
sir.
lockdown.
Uh-huh.
We have closed the program. So very
Okay.
soon we'll be starting the visit and NISM. We'll be inviting you as students as well so that they can have a hands-on situation.
Yeah, sir. Because when we had visited, she had given a very well training, and you
Yes.
were also the part of that particular training program.
Yes, sir.
And from behalf of S.S.T College, myself, Advocate Professor Sunil Shah, with my co-colleague, Assistant Professor Padma Deshpande ma'am, the in charge of training and placement cell, the Lakshya is the name of our particular committee. Sir, the founder principal of our college, Dr. J.C. Purshwani, and AQC coordinator, Dr. Khushbu Purshwani, uh, has given a regard to NISM for keeping this particular session for the students in this particular era. Thank you from my side, and I'm declaring the session is over. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for interacting and inviting us on board for so that such kind of lovely audience and we can.
Yes, sir.
I'll just recommend to the candidates who are listening to me, they should look after such kind of examinations for the career enhancement.
Students, one more line I like to say, besides academic, you should undergo this type of courses which are conducted by NISM, and the tagline under the NISM is an education initiative by SEBI.
Silly.
So this is not like the other courses which have been offered by some private or deemed universities. This is an educational institute by SEBI. So those persons who want to take the course, please do register with this particular courses and shape up your personality. Thank you.